Ha! I've just been told by the producers that I've been talking while I'm still muted. How much fun is that? All right, so let's begin again. So if you're tuning in right now, and if you don't know who I am, I'm Sebastian Ane, the almost naked CEO, who blabbered a lot of things on mute. How fun is that? So I need to learn to unmute myself before I go live. So talking about learning every day, right? So as I was saying while I was muted, is life happens, things happen. We have lots of ambitions, lots of dreams and desires, and we want to do something. We want to learn something. We are so excited about. Somebody wants to learn dancing. Somebody wants to learn painting. Somebody wants to learn how to do money, finance, media production. There's too many things, modeling and whatnot. But there are times in our life and situations and circumstances because of which we don't really get to learn or do things we wanted to. So the question is, what do you regret not learning? There are things in life that I regret that I wish I had learned. And I ask myself, I wish I not ask, but I just think, oh, I wish I could learn that, but I never got a chance. Either I was too scared, or I was too embarrassed, or I didn't have the time, or I didn't have the resources. So what do you regret not learning in your life, no matter what stage of life you're in? Is there a passion that you have that you never got to work on? Is there a creative thing that you wanted to learn but you never got a chance, or you didn't have the resources, or you were embarrassed, or life happened? So let me know, what do you regret not learning? I know I regret not learning professional dancing. I went into, I did some salsa, I did some um, social ballroom dancing. I trained a little bit, but then I never really followed it through, and I never completely. Uh, and the fact is, I really, really love dancing, but I just never followed it through the way I wanted to. So, do you have something that you wanted to learn but you never got a chance? The question is, what stopped you from learning at that point? What stopped you from learning at that stage when you wanted to learn? What was it that held you back, that became a hurdle because of which you did not learn? And is that hurdle still there? Is the hurdle gone? And if the hurdle is gone, then why you're not learning? That's the bigger question, right? And is one of the struggle is that you think you're too old to learn. You think it's it's not your time anymore. You're not the right age. It's something only you could have learned when you were in your teen or in your 20s or something like that. So the real question is, the question that I'm asking everyone today is, are you the real barrier to your learning? Are you the one responsible for still not taking a chance, for still not following through your dream, for still not actually following your passion and doing something about what you wanted to learn, what you needed to learn, but you just never followed through? You just never chased your dream. So are you really the barrier? Is it fear? Is it shame? Is it embarrassment? What is it? That's the question you need to ask, right? And if it is, if you say, I'm too old for this, what is too old? How old is too old? There are so many things that I'm learning now that I never got a chance, or I never thought I would be able to learn. But that's one thing I realized. The only person who's stopping me from learning anything is me. I made the age an excuse. I made the location, the timing. I'm too busy. There's so much more going on, and things like that. But when I decided, no, I am going to learn because this is something I'm passionate about. This is something I enjoy. This is something I want to do. What I found was I made an effort. I explored. I researched. I started learning, and I became good at it. That's really the truth, that half the time you're your own barrier, right? So what is it that's stopping you from learning? What is it? What are you doing to change that? And how are you planning to chase your dream, to follow through, and to actually learn something that excites you? I'd love to take this topic again, and I would love to discuss this in detail. So if you want to discuss this with me, please join me on the show. Go to Domaniac.com and click on Be a Guest button, and let's have a conversation, and let's see if we can actually solve together a barrier. We can get rid of the embarrassment, the shame, the struggle, the excuse, and maybe start learning, right? And don't forget to subscribe to Domaniac TV. And if you don't know me, I'm Sebastian Oni, the almost naked CEO. And as I always say, dream big, make it happen.